Hello, Aries, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and we're doing February readings today. I've got the Star Seeker Tarot deck here. I got this one on Etsy. She also sells a more conventionally sized deck. I've got the pocket sized here. I find it easier to shuffle. Before I do shuffle for you, let me just remind you this is a general reading for a general Aries audience. So it might really resonate with you, or some of it might not resonate with you. So take what resonates, leave the rest for another Aries. And I invite you to look at the videos for all of your major placements. So your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get the fullest picture for all of the energies and messages for February. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle now, and if you've been here before, you know I fast forward the video over the shuffling part to get right to the reading for you. I will see you there in just a minute, less than a minute. Okay, Aries, let's see what we've got. Seven of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and we're starting with the Seven of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so seven energy. So the Seven of Cups is being in a place of feeling like you have a lot of options, a lot of choices, maybe being drawn to a few options or a few choices, maybe not feeling sure which way to go, or and not being sure which sort of hobby to follow or which job to interview, maybe feeling like you want to pursue a number of different things, or maybe not feeling really jazzed by anything especially. It can also indicate a time where you're not feeling super motivated, knowing you need to do something, or knowing you need to make a choice or make a move, but not knowing which way to go or which would be best. It can sometimes indicate maybe feeling you're not sure which would be the best fit for you, which direction would embrace you. So sometimes there's a bit of an insecurity piece that's associated with the Seven of Cups, like the choice, not making a choice because of an insecurity, not wanting to be rejected. But the advice inherent with the Seven of Cups is that, you know, you have a lot of talents, you have a lot of skills, and you have a lot to offer. And, you know, you could go in a number of different directions. It might be worth trying a few out just to see how you feel when you're actually in it. You might find when you explore an option that you don't actually like it for yourself, or you don't like the way it makes you feel when you're there, or it's just not the right fit for you. So there's kind of the advice here to go ahead and play and improvise, try something out, and you may find that something evaporates for you, or something loses its charm or its interest when you're in it, and pathways start to close themselves down once you try them out. You know, it can be the kind of thing like, and this won't be true for all of you, but it can be the kind of thing like when you're on a dating website and you feel like, oh, there's a lot of options, but I don't know if this person would really be interested in me, or if it's a good idea to go out with that person. Well, if you just try, you can find out like, oh, they're not that great. Someone you might be really excited or nervous to meet, you might find that you don't really like them in person, that kind of a thing. But it doesn't have to be about dating. It can be about jobs, or it can be about, like wanting to audition for a play, or, a hobby or other club association. It could really be about anything. Take it as it resonates for you. But there could be some options in your life that you're not sure where to devote your time or your energy, or sort of like your feelings, or where to be vulnerable, where to attach yourself. And, like I said, the sort of advice here is just don't worry about rejection, as eventually you're actually the one who's going to be doing the rejecting, not in a bad way, but you'll just find for yourself that something is not a right fit for you, and you'll find the place or the thing or the person where you belong as you explore your options. Okay, I think you get what I'm saying there. We have another piece here, another 7 here. The 7 of Wands tends to be, like, in my experience, an interview card or an audition card, is something where you kind of defend yourself or present yourself or show your portfolio, or, that kind of a situation where you're showing off your skills or showing your talents or gifts, or, like an interview. It's the kind of thing where you absolutely have the talent, the skill. You're in front of a group or a potential employer or a school or whatever it is that is a good fit for you, that you have the talent or the training for, whatever it is. All you have to do is show up and do your best. Do what you do, or present your portfolio, or whatever it is. This is your moment to shine. The advice sort of inherent in this card is just bring your confidence. Just you do you, your best work, your true work, or your focused, committed self to the interview or the thesis defense or whatever it is, and you'll be fine. We have another card here, the 4 of Pentacles, which is another card that can suggest a holding back of resources. It can be another card that indicates a bit of insecurity, which is usually unlike Aries. Aries is usually one that, kind of jumps out there and leaps without looking. So this tends to be unlike most Aries. So I would say if you are wondering if you should hold back, because you do come off with exuberance a lot, and maybe in the past, if your exuberance has been too much, if you're worried that maybe you should contain that a little more, or hold back, or be more conventional, this card is suggesting no. Be your truthful, fiery self. There can also be a suggestion with the 4 of Pentacles that you might be holding back in terms of actual financial resources. So if there's a way in which you're scrimping or cutting corners, or not investing in something, it could be related to this interview or your thesis or whatever it is, your portfolio. If there's a way that you can invest in a new interview suit or whatever it is, this card is suggesting go ahead and invest in yourself, invest in this interview, or the portfolio, or whatever it is, the equipment, or the whatever is appropriate for what this is for you or your industry. Take that as it resonates. And then finally, we have this 8 of Pentacles here, which is obviously, you can see in the artwork, it's somebody hard at work. crafting their widgets. Let's see if we can get it in focus. Come on, here, come on. There we go. Okay. So you can see this is a person hard at work, and they're crafting their pentacles, but and then they've got a lot behind them. Very productive. And this is the card of the craftsperson who is, they're hard at work. It's nighttime. They're working well into the night. They're burning the midnight oil, as it were. And they've got orders, or they've made a lot of sales. They're being very productive. And so this typically suggests that this person has a lot of word of mouth business, or their supervisor or boss is giving them a lot of work, trusts them to do work. So the metaphor here is obviously that if you had been interviewing for a job, whatever you invested in, your new suit or whatever it is, got you the gig, and you're well underway to doing whatever it might be, even if you aren't making widgets at what you applied for, even if you auditioned for a play or something, you can use this as a metaphor for being at work, memorizing your monologue or whatever. You're hard at work by the end of the month, well into the thick of whatever the project is, or whatever you have been working towards. So even if you start February kind of in a place where you feel unmoored, or you feel kind of vague or directionless, there is something you're passionate about. I should have said this before. The Wands suit is about our passions. It's about our ambition. It shows us where we're fired up, right? There's often something that our ego is attached to when we see the Wands suit come up. So this is something you're excited to be able to sort of fight for, or put your name into the hat, or is something you're excited to be able to show people that you are right for the part. This could also be, if it isn't about investing in a new suit, or investing in some kind of equipment, or materials for your interview or whatever. This could also be a time when, if it's speaking to an insecurity, it could just be that there's a delay between your interview or thesis defense or whatever, and when you actually get the call for work, or the call to join the group, or whatever it is. So that could leave you feeling a bit insecure or something like that. So that could be what this is too. It all works out in the end. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you liked your reading. Don't forget to check out your other placements. And if you like this reading, please feel free to give it a like, a share, leave a comment. In any case, take good care. Until next time, bye for now.